Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's episode. I feel the urge to speak about the voice of our generation. Today I speak not only to those here in Kenya, but to every young person, every parent, and every teacher, even including those workers who have ever felt the weight of a promise unkept. We stand at a moment of change, a quiet revolution led by those some call impatient, distracted, or entitled. They are called many things, but the truth is, they are awake. They are the generation that will not only be bought by slogans, nor silenced by fear. Listen for a moment to this simple fact. A young graduate with a degree sits outside a university gate selling roasted beans to make ends meet. A mother in Nairobi estate skips meal so her children can have school fees. A boda rider leaves at dawn and returns at dusk and still cannot pay for medicine when illness comes. These are not headlines. They are the lives of our neighbors, our siblings, our children. They are the reason Gen Z is rising, not out of rebellion, but out of refusal to accept a future already mortgaged by corruption and complacency. This is not just Kenya's story. Across Africa, similar voices rising. Students in Accra, creators in Lagos, young organizers in Johannesburg, activists in Khartoum, all collected, all speaking and demanding more than empty promises. But you may be wondering, why now? Because this generation has two things previous ones did not: a smartphone in their pocket and a global network in their hands. That combination turned whispers into movements and private frustration into public action. To understand the force of this moment, look at the platforms they carry on their voices. Hashtags become assemblies. Memes become manifestos. A single video can reveal a lie, expose a scam, and rally tens of thousands in hours. Power has changed. It is no longer hidden in those offices and chambers. It is shared among millions of connected hearts and minds, and that is why institutions tremble and why leaders must listen. To those leaders listening now, this is not a threat. It is a chance. Yes, a chance to be remembered for justice rather than for short-lived control. As I previously mentioned, your mandate is stewardship. Your duty is service. If you believe power is permanent, then listen to those stories of the people you lead. When a hospital lacks medicine while contractors are paid in full, when bursary funds vanish into accounts we cannot trace, and dignity is lost. And when dignity is lost, public trust is the first casualty. You cannot govern a people who do not trust you to be honest. The social contract is broken not by poverty alone, but by the systems that keep it in place. And to the young people watching, you are not naive. You are not reckless. You are not outsiders to our national story. You are its most urgent authors. Use your tools wisely. Organize, but organize peacefully. Speak loudly, but speak clearly. Demand accountability, but demand it with the clarity of a plan. Because anger without direction can be wasted energy. Purpose transforms protest into policy. What does purpose look like? It looks like practical, organized civic engagement. Registering to vote and then holding leaders to the promise they make. Joining local forums that actually monitor budgets. Supporting independent journalism that shines light when darkness prefers to hide. It looks like young entrepreneurs forming co-ops, youth-led mentorship programs that connect graduates with internships, and communities pooling resources to run clinics, small libraries, and after-school workshops. This is how change is made durable, not just in street gatherings, but in the slow, steady work of building alternatives that last. We must also be honest about the risks. Young people have been wounded by repression, by manipulation, by cynical politics of tribalism. Let us reject any leader who exploits identity to divide. Tribalism is a political tool, not a destiny. We will not let our birth names become excuses for hatred. Let our surnames be remembered for service, not suspicion. Now, a word on an essential ally in this moment: the media. When journalists report honestly, they are not enemies. They are the mirrors that show us who we truly are. Protect a free press, because when the press is gauged, truth is the first casualty. And to the press, to the anchors, reporters, and editors, your responsibility is sacred. Report fairly, investigate thoroughly, ask questions others fear to ask. You give the public knowledge, and knowledge is the raw material for democracy. We must also speak about creation, not just critique. Tech hubs in Nairobi and Mombasa, creative studios in Kisumu, innovators in Eldoret, these are the laboratories of our future. When youth are supported to build, they create jobs, not just noise. When innovators back local solutions, capital circulate within our communities, generating dignity and opportunity. So let us channel this energy into enterprise as well as protest. And yes, this movement is not without contradictions. Some voices will urge haste without thought. Others will be tempted to replace the corrupt system with another. That is why the moral compass of the generation must remain crystal clear. Truth over convenience, integrity over short-term gain, dignity over division. We cannot forget the regional lens. When young people across Africa rise, they exchange ideas, tactics, and hope. This is a continental awakening. If Kenya empowers its youth, it becomes a beacon. If Kenya falters, it is a cautionary tale. The world watches and the world learns. So, what is my CTA? Well, let me be specific. 1. Register and engage. If you are eligible to vote, register. If you are registered, vote, but do not stop there. Track the manifestos, track the spending, hold your leaders to account. 2. Support independent media. Share verified reports, donate if you can, and demand transparency from those who tell our stories. 3. Build a mentor. If you have skills, share them. If you have a job, hire a young person. If you have influence, open a door. 4. Choose wisely, or choose unity. Speak out when you see tribalism in action. Name it, oppose it, and remind others that strength lies in diversity, not division. And finally, stay peaceful. History remembers those who change a nation without destroying it. Let us be in that generation. Firm but humane. Resolute but compassionate. There will be setbacks. Systems are resilient. Power adapts. But movements that last are movements that build institutions, not just moments. This is your moment to build. Community councils that oversee local budgets, but youth parliaments that feed real policy ideas into county assemblies, civic clubs that prototype solutions to transport, health, and education. To our leaders again, hear this plainly. True security is not resilience. True stability is not absence of protest. True strength is the presence of justice. If you choose to listen, you will find partners for progress in the very people you thought were merely critics. If you choose to ignore, history will judge you, and the cost will be heavy. And to friends beyond our borders, to Africans in diaspora and global citizens, this is your moment to stand with Kenyan youth, not by dictating solutions, but by amplifying their voices, supporting homegrown initiatives, and investing in people who will steward our future. Before I close, let me offer a simple, attainable plan each of us can start today. 1. Help one. Mentor or support one person this coming month. Secondly, Check one public ledger, a budget, that is a budget report, a procurement record, and share what you find. Thirdly, speak up once when someone uses tribal language to silence debate. Small acts combine into tides. I'll once again insist on the line of our National Assembly that let one and all arise with hearts strong and true. Arise we must, with heart and with courage, not to overthrow, but to improve, not to tear down, but to build better. If this message has moved you, share it. If it has bothered you, comment. If it has inspired you, act. Let this be the message that travels from phone to home, from classroom to county hall, from Nairobi to the villages, until those in power cannot ignore the combined will of an awakened nation. We are not enemies of anyone. We are just citizens demanding what is ours by right. And by right, I mean dignity, opportunity, and honesty. For the love of our nation, let us rise again. For the pride of our people, let our work be worth. May God bless Kenya. May God bless our youth. May God bless each one of us. Thank you.